What's going on, ladies? Today I'm standing with
Nicole.
Nicole, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And what is your name?
Josie.
Nice to meet you, Josie.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Josie?
Manchester.
Manchester, UK. And you as well?
Essex.
Essex. Is that close to Manchester or what?
Not really.
Nah, it's far?
Quite far down. Down south.
All right, so how do you two, we're in Thailand right now, how did you two meet?
We met in our hostel. Chiang Mai, actually.
Yeah, we met here in our hostel, and then we did pie together, and we came back here, and we're gonna carry on. Yeah.
Oh shit, you've been to Pi?
No, we met here.
Oh, no, but you said you
Yeah.
say that last part again. What was the last part? Like you went to Pi?
Yeah, we were just in Pi for like 3 nights.
Yeah.
4 nights.
4 nights. Yeah.
And then we came here, and then we're gonna go to Laos next.
All right, yo, Pi is a magical place. Like a lot of people want to go to Pi, experience Pi. For those who haven't heard about Pi, Pi is in northern Thailand, and like it's romanticized, right?
Definitely, I'd say. I mean, I can see why people get in a pie hole. We saw a lot of hippies.
Yeah.
We need to cut that out. A lot of hippies, a lot of barefoot folk.
Yeah. Nah, keep it real. Keep it real.
I didn't love it. I prefer Chiang Mai. I think I did like Pi, but like I'm happy to be back here.
Not your speed.
Not your speed. I think I like to wear shoes.
What about you, man? How was Pi to you?
Yeah, probably the same. Like, it was nice for a bit, but I wouldn't want to live there, and I wouldn't stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was nice. It was nice. Yeah.
Did you do any mushrooms?
No.
Did you do any? Did you do any mushrooms?
No, almost.
Almost.
No, we didn't. No.
Ah, man.
We smoked.
Huh?
You were. You weren't there for that conversation. No, almost. But yeah.
Almost, yeah.
Have you done mushrooms?
I haven't done mushrooms, man, but like this is what the hippies do in Pi. That's why I asked the
That's what
question.
they do. Like they see. I mean, to be fair, if it makes me, free like them, maybe I will do some mushrooms.
Maybe you'll take the shoes off.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right, ladies. What is the difference? I'm gonna go into relationships a little bit, yeah. Like how is it like meeting men abroad versus back home in the UK?
You can go first.
As far as approach, when you're back at home in the UK, how is it that a typical man approach you versus like a man abroad?
That's a good question. I don't see much difference. I mean, like, I feel like, to be fair, the guys that approach here, some are quite forward, some are not. It just depends who you meet. I think it depends on the guy, not really where you are.
Yeah.
I mean, back home, you get bought a lot of drinks around here, so we're a bit tight. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I feel like it's pretty similar. Like, met some nice people, met some not so nice people. I guess it's just the same wherever you go.
Okay. What's your style? Do you like the soft approach or do you like the direct approach?
To be honest, I prefer when I approach.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yeah, I think I like, if I find someone that I like, I'd rather do it myself, and it feels less like an attack.
Yeah.
Like, get away from me. I prefer having control of that situation,
True.
Yeah.
True. And what about you? Do you like when men approach you, or do you like to approach the man?
I want to be approached by the person that I would approach, and I would still approach them, but I kind of want you to approach me first, because I'm pretty extrovert, but I need you to be even more confident than me.
Yeah.
To like balance out.
Okay. How would you let a guy know that you're interested in him? How would you let him know that you're interested in him without making him know? You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of things do you do?
I don't know. To be honest, I feel like this doesn't really work because I'd be the same with anyone. Like, even if I wasn't interested in them, I'd probably still like smile at them and say hi and stuff. But then, yeah, I don't know. I just have to hope that I catch the right fit.
Oh, what's your strategy, or like, what do you do naturally when you're really into a guy? Oh, well, you say you just approach him, right?
Just look. Like, once you made the eye contact, you kind of know it's like, that's literally it. Just eye contact, and then you kind of just, either I'll approach them or they'll approach me. That's literally it.
All right, cool. So You said you like to approach men. Is that because you feel a bit unsafe when men approach you?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I just don't know what their intentions are. I don't know what they're trying to do. And also, sometimes I'm not in the mood. Like, I don't want to be spoken to by a man.
Yeah.
So I like to have control of that situation so that I can decide how my evening goes rather than being like pestered by men.
Got you. I got you. What's your biggest red flag in a man?
Uneducated, like politically uneducated specifically.
Ooh, politically,
Bad
okay.
morals.
Yeah.
That shebang. Don't like it.
Word.
Yeah.
All right. What's your biggest red flag?
I'd say a lack of consideration and communication. I think those are like consideration. I think is a very big like quality in all humans. I think especially like in dating, just considering the other person. I think is very important, and a lot of men lack that. So,
Got you.
yeah.
Communication is key.
Yeah. Communication, consideration, top two.
All right.
Yeah.
You said something about politics, yeah? How do you feel about the political events going on right now?
In what respect? There's a lot going on. You can be more specific.
Do you think we're about to go into World War III?
I mean, you never know. I don't think we should though. Like, war is obviously not the answer, but that's like quite not. I wouldn't even say it's naive. Like people say, oh yeah, but that's so naive. I think people only say that because they're accepting of what we've been given, and that is just violence, like consistently. I don't agree with like Iran's regime, but I don't think we should be going to war with them because the people of Iran don't deserve that. Free Palestine and all the rest.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what else you want from me, but yeah.
All right. And are you afraid right now, considering the potential of World War III? Are you afraid?
I think as anyone, I am obviously, a bit on the edge, because you don't know what can happen. But I think I'm very privileged that I'm not in a, area of, I'm safe right now compared to other people who aren't as,
Yeah.
in that respect. So I'm scared, but I just have to hope that people that I believe in and like the side of history that I want to hopefully prosper, that kind of succeeds,
Yeah.
and that we are all okay.
Okay. If it does go down and if World War III does happen, do you feel safe in Thailand?
I mean, safer probably here, yes. Also, I think I'd feel safer with my family. At least I'd be with them. But like I'm with my friends now, so it's okay.
Good. And if World War III happens, would you go back to the United Kingdom?
It depends, like what's on offer,
Yeah.
I might not have the choice, but quite a big statement. Hopefully not going to happen. Yeah, I would quite like to go home if that happened, but I feel like that's quite a drastic take on what's going on right now.
Okay.
I don't think they call it World War III until like after, you don't really know it's a world war until after it's happened. So,
Not until Russia and China gets involved.
Well, I mean, I guess.
All right, I'm gonna shift the conversation now a little bit to what I'm gonna shift the conversation to feminism actually.
Okay.
What is feminism to you?
Feminism to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's just like the women around me and us having some sort of equality, equity, to the men around us, and also just being able to live freely and not in any sort of like disparity to men, I guess.
Okay. And would you agree?
Yeah, I would. It's pretty noisy. I think I got what she said, but yeah, I would agree. And just especially like for women in general, not focusing too specifically on like one culture or another. I think it's obviously important to acknowledge that different women in different areas of the world live very different lives, and it's not like one size fits all with feminism, and you have to like be aware of that.
Okay, so why are men fighting? Why are men and women fighting? What is it that men are not understanding with this? Why are men and women fighting?
I don't think
men and women fighting.
I mean, it's not like a constant like physical fight.
Yeah, not physical. Yeah.
Years. I think when we can vote, when we can do anything really, I feel like it's not like a physical fight. It's more like a like systemic, systematic sort of issue that needs to be kind of like slowly or quickly undone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why we're fighting. I feel like it's not even just feminism. There's a lot of issues.
Do you think there's puppet masters at the above doing this?
Oh, I mean, always, 100%. There's people with a lot of money and a lot of power that, you know, can orchestrate different, you know, systems, but, you know, we'll never know the full extent of it because we're not going to get up top like that, so, you know.
I got you. And what about you? Do you think that there's puppet masters? Actually, I got a good question, yeah? Based off of that, what you said. Do you think that human beings are actually free, or do you think we only think we're free?
There are a lot of theories. There's like theories of coercion, and it's like, yeah, like money is a big, like economically that's a big thing that's like, is a type of coercion. But I mean, I think you're not entirely free, but I think it really depends. Like even if you lived out in the middle of nowhere and you had nothing to do with the rest of society, you might feel free, but I don't know, it depends what your like version of freedom is. Like for me, I wouldn't feel completely free. I'd feel constrained by the fact that I don't have access to like things that I'm used to, but that's only because I'm used to it, because that's how we've been raised, like with access to healthcare and things. Yeah, so it just depends what your version of free is.
Yeah.
All right. I want to know, is there anything you want to ask me?
How did you get into this business?
I got into this business from me and a brother of mine. We're speaking about how we could help the world and how we could basically share the opinions of different countries to the world, so we get to understand each other a little bit better.
Yeah.
And we can stop all of the fighting based off of confusion. Because I also agree that there's puppeteers at the top who are spewing the hatred and making us fight.
Yeah,
and
I do agree with that. I think they make us focus on the things that aren't actually important, rather than actually, you know, while they fuck around behind the scenes. Sorry, excuse my language. Then they make us go against each other when we should all be community.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to say to the camera, to everybody back at home in the UK?
Follow my Instagram.
What's your Instagram? Give it a shout out.
Nicole Ollerton G. That's my Instagram.
All right. What's yours?
What's my Instagram?
Yeah, you want to shout it out?
If you want, Josie.Watson X. Yeah.
All right, cool, man. And y'all heard it, man. Follow them, and I hope y'all learn from the mother effing